We have Mr. Chris Casson, Director of Athletics, Bristol School System. Mr. Kerry DuPont, President, St. Paul Catholic High School. Mr. Pete Whittinger, Principal of Bristol Central High School. Mrs. Marissa Calvi Rogers, Principal of Bristol Eastern High School. And several of our athletic coordinators are out sick tonight, but from St. Paul, Mr. David Dennehy, the athletic director of St. Paul High School. That brings us to the Joe McGinn Award, and to talk about the award and its importance, Director of the Sports Hall of Fame and one of the founders, Dave Mills.
Thank you, Jack. Welcome, everybody. Can you hear me? I won't use the Jack Hines joke. I'll let him tell that when he comes up at some point. But anyway, I appreciate the opportunity to provide you some information about the Joe McGinn Award. We're here tonight, obviously, to honor student athletes, people that have great achievements on the field and in the classroom. You're here because of your hard work and great parental support. What if that wasn't enough, and you had to overcome a physical, mental, or emotional challenge? How would you handle countless visits to the doctor, stays in the hospital, or having to take multiple pills a day? Would you still be here tonight? How would you handle such a setback? We've been doing this for nearly 20 years, and actually it's the 20-year anniversary of Joey's death. Hard to believe, and most of you students don't even know who Joey McGinn was, but you can ask your parents because it's about the same time that your parents are probably contemporaries with this. But anyway, we've been here handing out the Joe McGinn Award to an individual that has overcome a life-changing challenge. Joey's challenge was a debilitating kidney disease that he was stricken with at the age of 3 and battled daily until it took his life at the young age of 27. Joey was a normal kid, attending St. Matthew's School, playing basketball at the Forest Wood Boys Club, Little League, and is enjoying wiffle ball games in his backyard. He dreamed of playing sports in high school, but the kidney disease prevented the growth needed to compete. His disease did not stymie his personality and quick wit, which enabled him to make friends easily by making people around him laugh and feel comfortable. He even joked about his height, as I remember the day he came to our house and proclaimed that he would sprout it up to 5 feet. Fast forward, upon graduation, Joey attended Northeastern University. Because of a long-time friendship with Coach Jim Calhoun and UConn men's basketball program, Joey dreamed of attending UConn. After 2 years at Northeastern, Joey transferred to UConn and became manager of the team. And any of you used to watch the games, you could see Joey down the end of the bench, always enjoying the success. UConn's basketball success flourished for Joey's entire time with the program. After graduation, Joey landed a job at ESPN, which enabled him to work in the field he loved. He also maintained his close relationship with Coach Calhoun and the players. As years passed, Joey's UConn basketball became a national powerhouse. By the season of 1999, they were poised to have a great season, which excited the fans in the state, and Joey reveled in the success. It's ironic that while UConn was enjoying its best season, Joey experienced his worst. The disease continued to cause problems, eventually causing him to lose both legs. Typically, Joey, as he told Coach Calhoun, it would be only a matter of time before he'd get back on his feet and beat his butt on the golf course. Joey's last adventure with UConn was the Big East tournament, which they won. The following day, they were selected to play in the NCAA tournament in the Western bracket. The team departed for the West Coast while Joey stayed behind. It would be the last time he was with them. The team went on to win their bracket, but they lost their good luck charm. When the coach and team were notified of Joe's death, they were devastated. A mass was quickly arranged in his honor at the Air Force Academy. UConn went on to win their first NCAA championship after that, beating Duke by just 3 points. As per tradition, the winning team got to climb the ladder and cut down the nets to keep us moving. When Coach Calhoun completed his term, he left one strand remaining. When asked why he left the strand, he told reporters, it was for Joey. It was for the 5-foot giant from Bristol, Connecticut, that provided the inspiration for the team to prevail. Coach Calhoun stated that whenever he thought of the word courage, he thought of Joey McGinn. Before I conclude, I'd like to take another moment to read some comments from some of his friends. These are all pertaining to Joey, obviously. He had an unfailing optimism in the face of a challenge that most others would have given up on. He thought of himself as normal and wanted to be treated that way, and was angry when people did not. Joey loved basketball and was an outstanding left-handed shooter. And I want to give you a little aside. One time, my son and Joey, my wife and I, we went on a little trip. We went to, actually we ended up at Penn State. We got stuck on the highway. So my son Steve and Joey happened to have a Nerf basketball in the car with one of those stick-em baskets with suction cups. So there they were on the highway, stuck in traffic, playing hoops on the side of the road, which tells you how much they liked and enjoyed each other. He loved his family and continually tried to hide his pain from his mother to keep her from worrying. He wanted to be a sports broadcaster, would spend time with headphones and a tape recorder, doing play-by-play for the game. And lastly, he endured a lot of pain, and I never heard him say once, why me? With medical limitations limited to his ability to complete physical, Joey's passion and friendship encourage each friend, athlete, and coach who cross his path to work harder, play smarter, and most importantly, make better choices. I hope the scenario is giving you an idea of who Joey McGinn was and why we continue to honor those that are facing life struggles. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Pete Wininger tonight, to introduce tonight's award winner. Pete.
Good evening. I'd like to thank the Sports Hall of Fame for sponsoring this Scholar Athlete event. It's such a great way to welcome in the spring season. It helps propel us to the end of the school year, which is a lot closer than we think it is. I want to congratulate all the student athletes who are able to be here tonight for all their academic and athletic accomplishments. Results of all of your hard work in the classroom and on the field of play are being recognized tonight. I'd also like to thank all of you, I'd also like all of you to make sure that you thank your parents for all they've done to instill in you the work ethic and values it takes to be a scholar athlete. And let's not forget all the rides, extra practice, and support they've given you as well. Let's have a round of applause for your parents. Tonight I have the great pleasure of introducing Ryan Rodriguez, student athlete from Bristol Central, who is being honored with the Joey McGinn Award. Now you've heard quite a bit about Joey from Coach Mills, and I can attest to all of his amazing qualities, as he and I played basketball together at the Forceful Boys Club and in middle school. The one thing I always remember about Joey was his competitive fire. He'd be smiling on the outside when you were competing, but on the inside, he'd be making his next move just to beat you at whatever you were doing. Ryan reminds me a lot of Joey in that sense and in many others, especially that smile. I can tell you that Ryan's smile has impacted a lot of people at Bristol Central, and when he's on the field or on the court, that same smile has impacted opponents in a little different way. You see, Ryan is a fierce competitor. He's been playing sports since he was in 3rd grade. Football, basketball, and baseball. No matter the season, you'll see Ryan practicing as hard as he can, cheering on his teammates, and demonstrating strong leadership skills. If you watch him long enough, you'll see a coach or two getting his attention or calling him to the sideline. You might think there's some coaching going on or even a teachable moment, but you'd be wrong. The coach has probably caught a slow step, a missed signal, or maybe a stare in his eyes. This coaching moment is actually a sideline check of his blood sugar. When he was in 6th grade, Ryan found out that he was a type 1 diabetic. He wears a blood sugar monitor 24/7. When his blood sugar is off, the alarm sounds and Ryan goes to work. When the blood sugar is high, he has trouble focusing, his vision blurs, and then he self-injects insulin. When it's low, he becomes lethargic and dizzy, reaching for a Gatorade or something similar to bring it back up. Because of his diabetes, Ryan's sleep pattern is often interrupted, and he's been told it'll probably last the rest of his life. Every day, Brian walks into our building with that giant, warm-hearted smile on his face, ready to face the day. He never complains, he never makes excuses, and he never stops moving forward. This spring, he'll earn his 6th varsity letter, 2 each in football, basketball, and baseball. An amazing accomplishment for an amazing kid. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Rodriguez and his smile.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start off by thanking the Bristol Sports Hall of Fame and Mr. O'Keefe for setting up this great event. I'd also like to thank my principal, Mr. Winninger, for everything he does for me, whether it be just having someone to talk to or always supporting me in sports. I always hear him when I'm running down the court or on the field, he'll yell something out to me, whether it's calm down or something else to help me. Really grateful for that at times, trust me. I'd also like to thank my parents for everything. I'll start with diabetes isn't cheap. My parents do everything for me. I've never had to worry about anything. I always have all my medication, new shoes, cleats, clothes, anything I ever wanted. I'd also like to thank my sister. She was the first one. She was the first one that found out when I wasn't feeling good. I was too scared to tell my parents. So I told her, and she obviously ended up relaying the message. But if she didn't do that, I don't know if I'd be standing here. I'd also like to thank my grandfather. That man's done everything for me. He's also my best friend. I don't think he's ever missed a baseball game I've played in. He goes to all my football games, basketball games. I used to sleep over his house every weekend. Just because, like I said, he's my best friend. I'd also like to thank my brother. He's not here today, but thank him for always supporting me and everything. He does everything for me. Also, buying me whatever I want. goes to my games. I want to talk a little bit about diabetes now. Half of you people in here I've known all my life, and this is the first time you're finding out I had diabetes. Yesterday at baseball practice, my sugar went low, and half the team had no idea what was going on. I had everyone coming up to me, "What do you mean you have diabetes? You don't look like it." Which makes no sense. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. I don't know how it's supposed to work, but as Mr. Winninger was saying, on the field, on the court, anything, at times I feel like I just can't move, and I try to keep going, and my coaches always end up pulling me out. Coach Barrett has stopped games running onto the middle of the court to tell them they need to stop and let me come out. Also, all my coaches, which some of them will act like it's a hassle, but they love me, so they'll do it. They all have to get trained before every season, just in case an emergency happens. But diabetes affects me in many different ways, but I wake up every morning blessed. I still get to play all my sports. That was my biggest thing when I was diagnosed. I had no idea what diabetes was either, so when the doctor came in, I started crying, which I don't know why I was crying. I didn't know what was wrong. But the first thing I said is, "Can I play sports?" And my dad was wondering the same thing. He broke down. That was the first time I really saw my dad cry. But after all that, my parents both said, "We're going to get through it. Nothing's going to affect me." The week I was diagnosed, it was on a Saturday when I went to the hospital. I was back at practice that Tuesday. I didn't miss a day. I played in a game that next Saturday. I think I had like 20 points somehow, which was crazy. I ended up losing in a week. I lost 22 pounds before I was diagnosed, so I wasn't feeling the best, but I didn't want to say anything to anyone. But it was just an obstacle that I overcame, and all my hard work is starting to pay off. I've been lucky enough to receive a scholarship from American International College. I'll be going there to play football, and that's always been my dream. I have one of my midget football coaches right over here, Coach Rosa. He always believed in me too. He always used to tell me I hit like a man, which I was a lot bigger than the other kids, obviously. But it's really cool. I've been lucky enough to play with Nate Rosa all my life. Me and him were just football captains together and the basketball captains, so it's pretty cool. He's going to school right up the street from me at Western New England, so at least I have him near me too. But with all this being said, I just want to let everyone know you could overcome any obstacle and better yourself from it. When I was diagnosed, my grades weren't good. I turned it around. I made an honor roll last year and this year. And I just look forward to what else comes ahead and whatever college brings to me. Thank you.
This award is presented to you in recognition of your positive attitude, courage, dedication, and determination, March 28, 2019. And we also will present Ryan with a check of $200 that to forward to his charity, and his charity is going to be the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation.
Ryan is much taller than I am. Ryan, I just wanted to tell you that I can, in a very small way, identify with your thing about baseball practice yesterday. I frequently say to my friends, you know, I'm fat. And they say, you're kidding me, I never noticed. So I appreciate that. At this time, we're going to call on the scholar athletes to come up for their certificates and a portfolio that everyone will get. And a director and a member of the committee for this banquet, Dave Greenleaf, will be pronouncing the names, including the 14-syllable name with all consonants from Bristol Central. And I'm not going to try and say it. We do ask that when you're going to be told to gather in the back up there in alphabetical order. When you come down, you're going to come down this aisle. You're going to get your certificate. Come over here to get your portfolio, and then you're going to go back. In other years, we've had people stand here, but then it starts to look like a rugby scrum, and we'd rather have you just go back to your seats after you get your certificate and your portfolio. Okay? So, Dave Greenleaf.
Introduce the scholar athletes from Bristol Central High School. Are we ready? I'll up you. Are you ready? Okay. Hi, Alexander. Varsity letters in track. Ramon Albert. Varsity letters in.
Sorry.
Amber, yes.
Thank you.
Ramon Amber, varsity letters in track, indoor and outdoor track. David Bose, varsity letters in soccer and track. Devin Flores, cross country, indoor and outdoor track. Pacifico Flores, indoor and outdoor track and cross country. David Gao, varsity letters in tennis. Sebastian Guerrero Ortega, soccer, indoor and outdoor track. Payne Greger, volleyball and softball. Mia Hidden, soccer and track. Allison Jesse, basketball and lacrosse. Adam Jones, soccer and track. Paul K. Jorvatanowanich, tennis. The last time I have to say that to you. Ryan Crumpagel, baseball, indoor and outdoor track. Diego Naranjo, soccer. Aaron Petke, swimming. Mark Petrosky, cross country, indoor and outdoor track. Mackenzie Pina, swimming. Nathan Rosa, football, basketball. volleyball and tennis. Julia Simpson, indoor and outdoor track. Ben Stafford cheated. Benjamin Stafford, cross country and swimming. Ian Crowley, football and lacrosse. Sierra Suazo, cross country. Adam Ward, wrestling and golf. Those are your scholar athletes from Bristol Central High School. All right, Bristol Eastern. Go to the hallway, please, and line yourselves up. Okay, let's introduce the scholar athletes from Bristol Eastern. Avery Arbuckle, soccer basketball. Danielle Barrington, soccer and tennis. Olivia Bedoin, volleyball, golf. Amber Blaze, volleyball. Valerie Blanchard, tennis. Dylan Bratton. Casey Dukas. Benjamin Chason, soccer, basketball, tennis. Bryce Curtin, football and basketball. Kyle Sear. Drew Doffany, soccer and track. Parker Dayton, cross country and swimming. Josie Damaris, swimming and lacrosse. Kyler Dietzick, basketball. Taylor Keegan, softball and volleyball. Lady Kozakowski. Justin LaCouture, cross country and tennis. Katie LaCree, soccer, indoor and outdoor track. Alyssa Lavoie, cross country and indoor and outdoor track. Molly Lewis, golf and soccer. Jason Lipscomb, soccer, tennis. Angelina Lusitani, soccer and outdoor track. Cameron Mace. Amaya Masari, swimming, basketball, and lacrosse. Nicholas Provenzano, cross country, indoor and outdoor track. Sorry, I skipped. My fault. Yeah. Should have looked up instead. Leah Mastriani, varsity tennis. Trevor Mays, baseball, cross country. Maura McGuire, basketball, softball, swimming, volleyball. Paige McLaughlin, volleyball, cross country, basketball, softball. Emily Mulconry, swimming and diving. Gabriella Nozzolillo, volleyball. Brianna Oganowski, swimming. Jordan Ouellette, basketball, track. Noah Piazza, soccer, wrestling, and lacrosse. Leah Policarpio, soccer and lacrosse. Okay, now we'll do Nicholas Provenzano, cross country, indoor and outdoor track. Hannah Richards, soccer and lacrosse. Eliana Rivora, volleyball, softball. Isabella Rubio, swimming and lacrosse. Victoria Seraphin, cross country, indoor and outdoor tracks. Sarah Stednicki, soccer, indoor and outdoor indoor track and tennis. Sean Sullivan, cross country, indoor and outdoor track. Ben Wadowski, cross country, outdoor track, indoor track. Jacob Woznicki, soccer, indoor track, and outdoor track. Megan Yates, tennis and indoor track. Logan Zidane, cross country. Those are your scholar athletes from Bristol Eastern High School. St. Paul. Okay, are we ready? Scholar athletes from St. Paul Catholic High School. Connor Baskin, cross country, indoor track, and lacrosse and outdoor track. Taylor Bilecki, cross country, basketball, track. Emily Biscolio, soccer. Kelsey Blatchley, volleyball, cheerleading, and track. Alexis Carabetta, volleyball, tennis, and lacrosse. Grace Carabetta, volleyball, tennis. Patrick Carbone, soccer, varsity track and field. Catherine Champy, lacrosse, soccer, and basketball. Addison Davis, soccer, outdoor track, indoor track, and lacrosse. Julia Dess, soccer. Natalie Diaz, track, indoor track, and cheerleading. Nicholas DePietro, cross country, track and field. Michael Golf, golf. Cassandra Dubritsky, cross country. Lauren Ferguson, cross country, indoor track, outdoor track. Michael Ferraro, cross country. Celine Gambuza, soccer, track, cheerleading. Tyler Gary, basketball and cross country. Janessa Gonzalez, cross country, basketball and softball. Isabella Griffin, soccer, track and field, lacrosse, and cheerleading. Sienna Hull, cheerleading. John Ivers, lacrosse and football. Jillian Chasm, golf, soccer. Melissa Leiter, cheerleading. Molly McAllister, swimming indoor track. Elizabeth Massacott. How are we doing here? How about Natalie Miller, golf? Christopher Mills, baseball and cross country. Anna Mulcahy, cheerleading, track and field. Jessica Persicino, softball, cross country, basketball. Abigail Perot, cross country, volleyball, cross country and softball. Ryan Prendergast, football and lacrosse. Tucker Raymond, cross country, wrestling and lacrosse. Ethan Rembish, soccer and baseball. Jeremy Rinaldi, cross country, golf, baseball, basketball. Jordan Rinaldi, cross country, indoor track, baseball, and golf. Joseph Stupchik, football and lacrosse. Walker Sharp, baseball. Serena Stevens, cheerleading. Jay Udell, basketball. Kamena Varela Marin, tennis. Stefan Zwolinski, soccer. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your scholar athletes from St. Paul Catholic High School.
Thank you, Dave. At this time, we're going to have our scholar athlete speaker for tonight, and she will be introduced by the principal of Bristol Eastern High School, Marissa Calvi Rogers.
want to say congratulations to Ryan. It was such a wonderful speech, and I wish you all the best. And I also want to congratulate really all of the scholar athletes who are here tonight, as well as your parents. It's a major accomplishment for you to be here this evening, and I think that's a very special recognition, so congratulations. And it's really my pleasure to introduce Megan. Megan is a special young lady who's so well-rounded, a real Renaissance person. Her accomplishments are amazing, and I have to list a few. She is academically outstanding, top 10 in her class. She's part of National Honor Society, Science Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society. She's a leader. She serves as treasurer of her senior class. She is part of the United Way Leadership Youth Board. She's a freshman mentor, part of our Lantern Nations. She's part of Leadership Council. She's an officer in the Leo Club. And in all of those activities, it's not just a line on her resume. She's an active participant, and she's instrumental in fundraising, charitable events, coordinating events. Obviously, she's an athlete. She's here tonight with track and tennis. In addition, she has talents in performing arts. She's been a dancer for years, and she teaches dance. She's also a member of her church, where she teaches CCD. And probably the most important thing about Megan, if you ask anyone about her, they would say that she is so kind, always kind, very humble, and one in a million. So I'm very proud to introduce her tonight as the speaker for tonight's event.
Good evening. My name is Megan Yates, a current Bristol Eastern Lancer and a member of the varsity tennis team. As we come together tonight, it is clear that the city as a whole has created a foundation for its students to foster. Behind each of us today is both the dedication and support of teachers, coaches, and our own families. While there exists a multitude of individuals promoting such success, we as students and athletes are the driving forces. It is the hours that we put in for both academics and athletics that have allowed us to be here tonight. A teacher can give us a lesson, but they cannot make us learn the material. A coach can demonstrate a skill, but they cannot inflict potential upon us. It is our choice whether we harness these skills they graciously give us or leave them behind. Though standing here tonight, we can see which choice we have all made. Yet because we are here does not simply mean that balancing academics and athletics has been easy, though it has been rewarding. I'm sure we all have distinct memories of our high school experiences, whether it was winning a close game, scoring high on a challenging exam, falling short of a needed win, or the late nights cramming in homework after long games. There exist defining lessons in them all, although. But as we reflect, there exists no greater win than what each of us have learned through being scholar athletes. Now I ask my fellow peers, are we the role models that younger students and athletes should look up to? Even when others aren't around, are we the individuals that work to benefit ourselves and others? Within each of these questions lies a common theme. Are we humbly accepting challenges and motivating ourselves? While sports and academics are both competitive areas, there is a reason why we have team sports. We push each other, support each other, and in the end have to accept that it takes a united group to succeed in many places. But this success comes from initiative within. Holding ourselves to high standards can be tough at times, and defines part of being a scholar athlete. As I picked up a tennis racket for the first time freshman year, I remember clearly watching almost all of the balls soar either out of the court or straight into the net. While it was a defeating experience, it was not a defining one. We all at times may have felt defeated, but our ability to persist with effort is a defining aspect that has brought us here tonight. As we continue through high school and beyond, there may exist defeating moments, but as sports and academics have taught us, we must redefine these moments to build from them. As we so graciously are being honored tonight as a Scholar Athlete Award recipient, we as Bristol students have a lot to be thankful for. I would like to personally thank the members of the Bristol Sports Hall of Fame for honoring Bristol students and athletes, along with our athletic directors, teachers, and coaches. Being here tonight is truly an honor and a great way to be a part of the Bristol community. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Great job. Our final event on the agenda for tonight is the scholarship presentations. 6 scholarships, 2 from each school. And to present them will be the chairman of the scholarship committee, Jack Hines, who, when he was leaving as president, said, "I'll see you." And we said, "No, you won't. You'll see us right away. You're coming back as chairman of the scholarship committee." And he has graciously agreed to do that and has done a great job. Jack Hines.
Thank you very much, Jack. I just want to share one thing with Ryan. Ryan, I played basketball in high school, and I never got a rebound in my life. Congratulations to all of our talented high school student athletes, as well as their parents, guardians, coaches, and other supporters. In the 22 years of our existence, the Hall of Fame is fast approaching the $100,000 mark in scholarship awards. Tonight, we continue this tradition with the awarding of 6 $1,500 scholarships to student athletes representing Bristol, Eastern, Central, and St. Paul. I am honored to represent the scholarship committee in making the presentation of these awards tonight. When I was in high school, I never qualified to attend a program like this. As a matter of fact, I recall spending 2 terms in high school, Truman and Eisenhower. I know I speak to the officers and directors of the Sports Hall of Fame when I wish all the scholar athletes continued success throughout their college career and beyond. The selection committee, after much consideration, has chosen the following student athletes as this year's winners. When I call your name, please join me in the podium. Let me start with Bristol Eastern. This young lady has earned 4 varsity letters. She will be attending Boston College, where she will pursue a degree in biology. She has had leadership roles in music and art. She's a member of the Science National Honor Society, the National Honor Society, and a volunteer with many, many groups. Her letter of recommendation described her as artistic, motivated, confident, and articulate. Please join me in congratulating Olivia Baudouin. Our second recipient from Bristol Eastern has received varsity letters in swimming and diving since 2015. She will be attending Duquesne University, where she will pursue a Master's of Forensic Science and Law. She was a team captain for the swimming and diving team and made it to the state open 2 years in a row, along with YMCA Nationals. She's a member of the National Science Society and the Latin Honor Society. Our scholarship winner also volunteered at a soup kitchen and as a helper at her church Sunday school. Please congratulate Brianna Oganowski. Let me go over to BC, Bristol Central. Our recipient, bear with me a minute. This lady Ram received varsity letters in cheerleading, track and field, and in swimming and diving. She's been accepted as a full-time student, but has not made her selection at this time. Our scholarship winner plans on pursuing a degree in kinesiology. She holds 2 school records for diving and qualified for the state every year. She's a member of the National Honor Society and the Italian Honor Society. Our recipient has dedicated countless hours volunteering in the community with the United Way Day of Caring, as well as volunteering at the Bristol Hospital. These are just examples of her community service. Please welcome and congratulate Erin Petke. One little story, I coached at Newington High School, but my story has to do with my running the clock at Trinity College. I would do the men and women's basketball games at Trinity College. And one night, many years ago, a referee came. He came to my table and he said to me, "Jack, I've got to leave my cell phone with you." He said, "If my wife goes in labor," he said, "I expect to get a phone call." Well, fortunately for me, the cell phone didn't ring during the game, but it did after the game. And the lady that has just been honored with the scholarship was born that night. Our second scholarship winner is at Bristol Central, earned varsity letters in football and basketball. He's been accepted at both Endicott and Western New England, and I think I learned tonight that he's going to go to Western New England. He can play football while pursuing his degree in accounting. This scholarship winner was captain of the football team and basketball teams. His letter of recommendation identified this young man as a natural leader and a problem solver. He's a member of the National Honor Society, the National Business Society, and the Spanish National Honor Society. Please congratulate Nathan Rosen. I would now like to recognize the recipients from St. Paul High School. The scholarship winner earned her varsity letter in tennis. She will be attending the University of Connecticut and will pursue a degree in accounting. Her letters of recommendation attest to her leadership skills as she works with underclassmen to make them feel welcome and contribute their best effort. Her business, academic, and athletic schedule still allows her to perform various community services. Please welcome Jimena Varela. The last recipient for this evening is certainly a well-deserved recipient. This Lady Falcon earned her varsity letters in outdoor track and cheerleading. She will pursue a degree in health science, but has not selected the university that she will attend. The scholarship winner has been actively involved in the Drama Club, National Honor Society, and student government. Her community support extends beyond St. Paul's. She's done a lot at Bristol Hospital, Ingram Manor, Special Olympics. This lady ranks number 2 in her class. Please congratulate Hannah Mulcahy. like to close with a short quote. A quote I'd like all of the student athletes to remember is called, "Life has two rules. Rule one is never quit. Rule two is never forget rule one." Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jack. To wrap it up tonight, we call on Mr. Bernie O'Keefe, who has been the longtime chairman of the Scholar Athlete Dinner, to add a few remarks. Bernie?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Dave said 5 minutes. So don't worry about it. You've all been congratulated on your achievements, so no sense in me going through that. But I want to single out a group of people who made this possible. The organization itself is one. Who provided this today? Nobody even knows who we are. Well, let me say this. It's a very small organization, but it covers an awful lot of ground. This organization, as Jack pointed out to you, has given away almost $80,000 worth of scholarships in its existence. It has, counting tonight, honored 1,592 scholar athletes over a period of time. I mean, for an organization that is nonprofit, consists of 22 boys, men, I shouldn't say that, men and women on the board of directors, that's quite an accomplishment. Everybody on that organization is a worker, and they all have the same goal in mind: to help students in activities, athletics especially, but also the academic side, okay? They're preserving the historical achievements of athletics in the city of Bristol. Check their website. So, you know, it's just, how do they do this? Well, we have an induction ceremony where we honor people who are past athletes, and that's a big celebration. The next celebration we have is this one right here. This is a very, very extensive event. And the third thing is we have a golf tournament. And the golf tournament provides most of the funds to keep our organization going. So I'd like to give a plug for the golf tournament. And I would say it's coming up in July, if you have 4 people to play golf, we could use you as a team. If you're only one person that wants to play golf, still come. I have 3 golfers that are dynamic individuals. One of them is Jack Hines. The other one is Bob Callett. And the third one is my sidekick. Look, he's avoiding me, okay? All right, and I'll tell you, if you want to play golf, pick these guys. You can't lose. They have double-digit handicaps. So you're bound to win, okay? But believe me, I know that's a little bit, but there's a lot of work that goes into this. And for once, I would like to have all of the board members that are here stand and be recognized, because Jack doesn't do this alone. I don't do it alone. Everybody works together on this, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. So would you mind, please, gentlemen and ladies, stand and be recognized?